Hey, Facebook friends, it is Monday TG. I love Monday. Love Monday. Didn't always love Monday. You know, I spent a lot of time in the corporate world, climbing the ladder to the highest levels. And, well, it wasn't that I didn't like Monday, but I didn't like Sunday night. You know, Sunday night was like, oh, it starts all over again. And, it was like, there's stuff at work you got to deal with. And, before I became the ultimate boss in many companies, I had bosses. And, Monday, Sunday night and Monday. Most heart attacks, I believe, are Sunday night. That'll tell you something right there. Well, in any case, the topic on Monday here is more money. Now, for many people, when they even hear the word money, they cringe. And I think there's a reason for that. Because, they feel kind of screwed. It's just, they've got a lot of debt, student loan debt. Can you imagine that debt? 87% of people get a degree, that have a degree, never get a job in their degreed field. How's that for wasted spending? You go to school for one reason, but you end up getting a job for another reason. Now, I do know that the degree is a gateway. Many people won't even hire you without a degree, which is kind of interesting since some of the biggest companies in the world are run by people who either didn't go to college or dropped out of college. But, I guess they have to have standards. But in reality, I guess for most people, getting all of that debt really, they got away from home, maybe some socialization, certainly a lot of partying. It's one hell of an expensive party to pay for the next 20 years. And parents, y'all got to wake up before you send your kids down that trap. In the STEM sciences and stuff and legal reasons to, like becoming a lawyer or something, yes, of course, I understand getting a degree. But we're going to have to change that culture. A culture that's based on young adults going deeply in debt and then stuck with it. Or credit card debt. I gotta have it. Everybody else has one of those. I gotta get one of those. I'll put it on a credit card and I'll pay it off over time. Well, that newness and that excitement about something new isn't still there a month later. So you're paying for it months and sometimes years later. Gotta master that. Those things that cause us to go into debt for not good reasons. To just go off to college and say, sign me up for $100,000 of debt. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna pay it off, but sign me up for that. And parents willingly buying that. I'm breathing. I'm just trying to breathe. Okay. So more money. But I was saying, most people kind of cringe because it's all negative. So they don't want to talk about it. So let's be real honest with you. You most likely have an addiction to being broke because you don't want to face reality. I'm not trying to be mean. Look, I've been in all these places. I've been broke. I've been wealthy. I can promise you, no matter what else is going on, it's better to be wealthy than to be broke. And I just love getting out and driving in the morning with trucks trying to pull me over, do crazy things. That went well. All right. Let's see if I can not cause an accident here this morning. Hold on, everybody. Normally it's a smooth ride, but I'm out here with the people going to work in the morning. Okay. So I think most people, they just shut down. So that takes a lot of people out of the game of controlling their finances, being in control of the money, manifestation of money. They're just shut down. Like their brain has a rusted lock on it, and it causes fights in families and causes divorce. Money's the number one reason for divorce. There's a lot of other sins that happen that get you there, but I can promise you it's money. People fighting about money. So, but yet, why not face it? In a previous video, I think it was last week, I talked about, hey, one of the very first things to do is know your numbers, right? But you're not even going to get there unless you've you figured out a way to open up your mind. I mean, once you open up your mind, it becomes like anything. It becomes like anything. Let's take tennis. My wife had never really played tennis as of 2 years ago. So she gets open to learning it, and she starts learning. She probably kicked 99% of women's butts out there and probably 70% of men's butts in tennis, just because it was just time on task. She learned it over time. I mean, whatever job you're going to right now, you didn't know that job the day you walked in the door, but in some period of time, based on intelligence, a desire to learn, motivation, other reasons, you've probably mastered your job by now. But you didn't even know it when you walked in the door. Well, you can pick anything that you decide to get good in, and you pay attention. And you start paying attention and do something about it, make adjustments. And by the way, you can't fix your financial world in one fell swoop. You can make the decision to fix your financial world in one fell swoop. A decision, a decided heart. I'm going to be successful financially. And then you need to define that very specifically, what that means to you. But once you have a decided heart, I'm going to be successful financially, then opportunities and things and people come your way in the journey to help you be successful. Like, for some of you listening to me right now, you may be right there at that moment, and I'm the guy who's going to push you over the fence. Many of you aren't even close to the fence. Money, you already stopped watching this. You're still seized up in your mind. And most will go to their death seized up. By the way, if you're hanging in there for Social Security and retirement, the numbers are getting horrifying. Horrifying. Most people are going to be working as greeters at Walmart, if that still exists, or picking up part-time jobs in fast food places in their retirement just to make ends meet. So that game's over with. Not that you shouldn't take your Social Security check in your retirement, but let's be real honest, guys. You're going to try to live on half of what you can't live on right now. Probably not going to work. So for those who are listening and have ears to hear, here are some ways to start getting in control. Like, start dreaming big, okay? Go ahead. I don't care what your situation is. Fight it. That's your mind. That's your mind telling you can't dream big. Go ahead and dream big. Whatever dream big is for you. Is it travel? Is it investment? Is it, just the ability to be whatever you want to be? Maybe you got to describe that. I can't describe that for you. You got to describe that. Dream big, okay? Get that down on paper. Be specific about it. Turn your mind loose, right? Whatever that is for you. And then become a student. And the very first book I would recommend is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Listen, I read that 2 or 3 times a year. I'm not telling you I read every word 2 or 3 times a year, but I skim and scan it 2 and 3. I've read it multiple times, but I skim and scan it 2 or 3 times a year just to kind of pull out some things I need right now. You got to kind of renew your mind daily, by the way, and everything. But if you were to really read Think and Grow Rich with the mindset, the reason why I'm reading this book is I'm now dreaming bigger. I'm believing bigger. Whatever bigger is for you. I'm not going to define it. My big is so ridiculous, you'd stop listening to me. But you know what? I'm just being honest with you, okay? I figured this stuff out a couple of decades ago, and then I've been working on getting better at it all the time. Knowing exactly what I want, doing the things I need to do to reinforce that. In this case, I'm telling you, read the book, Think and Grow Rich. You've got to first get your mind right about it. You listen to any great success teacher, motivational coach, financial expert, they'll all tell you to read Think and Grow Rich. So I'm giving you baby talk right now. This is like a given for successful people. So be on the side of what successful people do. If you just do what other successful people do, you are very likely to get the same or similar results. So Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and do it with an open mind. The reason you got no money or you're in trouble financially possibly is because you've had a closed mind. Closed mind. So, okay, got to find a parking space. I'm going to the gym to work out this 178 pounds of twisted steel. Carolyn's not here, as you can see. She has family in town. So, and by the way, probably a really good week because it's not going to be that hot this week for visiting Florida. We're in full swing down here. Florida equals freedom. Florida equals freedom. A great place to be. Sorry for those of you who are under oppressive governors and situations. Sorry about that. Okay, so I wanted to get parked. Okay, so just think about it, right? Most of you probably haven't read Think and Grow Rich, right? Now, if someone's on here that's like killing it financially and they've never read Think and Grow Rich, there's a reason why. And I'm not talking about inheritance or the lotto or luck, but the chances of that person actually following the principles in this book, if they're self-made, successful, financial people, are very, very, very high. So in other words, somehow they got the information. So I'm telling you the information is Think and Grow Rich. I'm telling you it's there. Now, become a lifelong student of that book and the things that the journey that book's going to take you on. Now, there's other things you got to do, like you got to find your passion, right? You have big dreams and goals, right? But that should be very much tied to your passion. For me, I want to make ridiculous, like crazy, mind-blowing, out of this atmosphere, leaving planet Earth type of income, because my number one spiritual gift is giving. I want to be used by God to be an ATM for the kingdom. My purpose is crystal clear. Crystal clear. So because I have a strong purpose, I get about my business every day. Foundation, of course, the Bible, but right after the Bible, Think and Grow Rich. Start there. I got a whole lot more on this. Keep watching for my live videos. Let's go.